into Mara. If I would rather be able to wait for a retest. I don't think it's gonna give it to me. Again, I wasn't gonna take another trade in this 5-minute range because there was no actual decision made.
Order filled.
On order filled.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm hopping in a long here.
Woo! I like that.
You're hopping in a long here?
Ballsy, let's go.
Uh-oh.
It's
Okay.
either gonna be good or bad really fast. We'll see what happens.
You better believe it. Good luck to you, Court.
Oh man. So yeah, as I look at this, right, and say, okay, we're retesting here on a 1-minute candle. I would love to see a close above this level and see if we can't push back higher. 32 was previous resistance on this. We just did fail the pre-market highs on Mara, so there's a lot of we need to clear all of this convincingly, and I need Boris to buy as much Bitcoin as he can in order to be able to help my Mara go higher. So yeah, we'll look at these levels and see, but yeah, I'm really interested in a Mara long. I just again with how the price action has been, we just had a really bearish close on the 1 minute on this last candle here. So I need this to base out and show me where support is for more than like 1 minute. I really need it to be able to consolidate so that I can look to take this higher. But yeah, as Bitcoin goes, so does Mara. So me and Boris, we're in this together. We both want the same thing. And Mara longs are what I'm looking for.
I hear you, man. Real quick, Phantom heard Courtney's entry and thought his platform opened in order. Almost had an heart attack. Courtney, please close the buy so we can go down. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you.
Well, it doesn't look spectacular thus far. Well,
yeah,
we'll see. Yeah, we failed that 17.8 a little, or that 17.9 a little bit, but I think it's not over till it's over. Let's we're hugging these lows here. We're refusing to break down a little bit more. So hopefully, you can get filled on your long, and then Phantom can go ahead and get filled on his short for the rest of the day. And I've seen instances too where like people are on opposite ends of like a price action, if you will, and they everybody ends up making money because based off the time frame and their risk parameters. So once you're in, it's all about position management for sure. Bitcoin ran up and we had really explosive volume on Mara, some of the highest volume candles of the day, and I feel like we're starting to base out at the top of this 5-minute opening range on Mara specifically, but we've got these pre-market highs that we failed in and around that $33 level. So the range on this may be closer to the $32 level, which is not necessarily something I like. I like to be a little bit more definitive, but again, it's about being patient and waiting for the actual opportunity to present itself. One of the things I always get in trouble with is like my thesis is correct, but my timing is awful. So I have to wait until everything that I want to see in something actually presents itself instead of trying to manifest it by hitting the buy button or hitting the sell button.
Yeah, manifest destiny in trading is really hard to make happen. It's we're manifesting a lot of stuff right now, and right now, guys, the beauty
back
of
through 17.9.
Yeah, that's why I say we're manifesting some stuff. I did try a short off of the 17.9, and I got a little bit. I got 4 points, and then I had to cut it because this thing just is starting to really find some strength. It has to close with some significance over the 17.9 on some chart. It really hasn't closed on any chart of relevance above this level. But if we can,
I even tried changing the candle types. It didn't close any different. It was weird.
It was exactly. So this in order for the Nasdaq to run appropriately, we have to see some conviction, and we have to stop seeing sellers protect the area with such aggression.
Yeah, why are they so mad?
I have no idea. Again, guys, I like to kind of bring things out and really zoom us out so we can get a feel for things. Think about the larger time frame here. This is a 30-minute chart showing price action over the week. If you look at how we perform over the week, we've been kissing these lows around the 1923 for quite some time. And then finally, Wednesday at 5, we started, well, today at 4:30, we had our nice big close beneath there in a 30-minute candle, popped right back up. And only just recently in this candle that ended at 9:30 did we close again beneath that level. Does this mean we're going to see some continuation to the downside, or just like so many times before, are we going to see this thing pop back into the range? This is a super important area that you have to be careful around unless you're Phantom. If Phantom sees 17.9, he's pressing that sell button. Gotta respect it. Well done, sir. But just keep the larger time frame in mind, guys. When we're into our 1-minute charts and our volume charts, it's hard to remember that this thing has an overall trend that is going nowhere very quickly. So if this thing pops up super aggressively, do not be surprised. If this thing breaks down very aggressively, do not be surprised. The only levels that I really have that are worth anything are back from literally 2 weeks ago. I had this big, beautiful area in my TPO chart that had a level right at 873.75. That was my value area high from that time frame. And from there, we broke down kind of aggressively the following few days. But that's the only real level I have. If we get through that 873 quarter, according to my analysis, this thing falls through a cliff, and this thing falls through a cliff very quickly until we're down into the 17,700s maybe. It's something to say the least. My goodness gracious.
It's looking weak.
I'm currently trying to get into an AMD short. We finally just broke out of that 5-minute opening range, had a candle close below it. I'm gonna be uncompromising in price because of how choppy these markets have been, and so I'm not gonna chase this down thinking that we're gonna get continued momentum, because while it's weak. On the 1-minute chart, which a little less valid than the 5-minute chart, I'm seeing higher lows. Those wicks down in price on the Nasdaq are, 17,877. These are approximate 17,879, 17,882. So I'm seeing a little bit of compression at the lows. That doesn't mean we're going to go higher from here. That just means that whatever it does happen from here, when we get this price compression like this, generally leads me to believe that will be like a bigger move, and it could be, I've been seeing these like midday moves that I'm not used to seeing, and then like a reversal in the afternoon. That's just kind of what I've noticed over the past couple of days. But like now we're pushing back up, and the argument is being had. And as I look at that, I say, okay, now I'm canceling my AMD sell. I actually, at this point, I really need to see something, because I don't like what the market's doing in terms of what I'm trying to formulate on an idea for a short on AMD, because AMD follows the market when it doesn't have its own catalyst. And we have broken through 17.9, and we're 10 points above that right now. In a single candle, we've moved now. What is this? 1-minute candle. 17,890 was the open, and we pushed up to 17,910. So these arguments are continuing to be had in and around this level. And if people were really, really defending that 17.9 level, how tight were their stops? So I'm like, this is so tough to trade. Again, if we see weakness here, I can structure an AMD short using this 5-minute range. And it may do it on its own, but I like the market to follow what I'm doing if something has been carrying the market or pushing the market down, which chips have been. And if you pull up an AMD chart and you pull up what the market looks like, it's a very similar chart. So I'm going to be cautious here, because I don't like the price action trying to short AMD on the Nasdaq.
According to the Nasdaq, we don't care about the shorts. It's winter. You wear long pants in the winter. And that's all the Nasdaq is showing right now. We're showing long, 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 long. I do think that this would be a great opportunity for the market to find some short sellers, because obviously we ranged a little bit for just a moment there. So hopefully that a few different stops have started to accumulate right above the 17.9 level. But that doesn't appear to be the case. The case appears to be we don't care.
We had a series of lows in and around that 17,920 on the Nasdaq, kind of swing lows in around that area between 17,920 and 17,930. So that could be the next point of resistance that I see on the chart. And maybe there's some, maybe the sellers are up there waiting to reshort this thing back to the 17.9 level. But I'm looking at this. I'm like, could we make a decision? Like once, as you thought you made a decision on the market, right? Like the market's like, yeah, we're going down today. Now we're going to reclaim the 17.9 level and stop a bunch of us out if we were trying to short that level. But yeah, that's and kind of what I'm looking in there is I'm hovering around the 17.919 level, 17.920 level, and that's where the swing lows were before the open. So we'll see if we reclaim that level with any conviction, or if we're going to continue to be range bound. And now that's the new resistance versus the 17.940 that was resistance in the pre-market.
Right, but you just have to be very cognizant of what's happening here. This is one of the reasons why I'm a really big fan of seeing some level 2 data, seeing some kind of data directly from the CME, seeing how many orders are being traded at different places. Guys, at the 17,918, all within moments, so within 7 seconds, we had over 105 contracts trade to the positive side at market at the 17,918. That's an incredibly large order, or that's a ton of stops. And so that you have to be cautious, because we're starting to see a little bit of some dissonance here, where if you look at my cumulative delta chart here, I'm seeing a ton of buyers come in and a regular amount of buyers coming in. This is hundreds of orders that are hitting the market. And usually when you see big moves like that at the end of an extended move in a direction, this could be a good opportunity for a reversal. Does that mean that I'm trading it? You better believe I'm not. For me, this is kind of no man's land, and I'm not interested in trading unless I see some incredible conviction. So if this guy closes and then I see a nice engulfing candle, I'll go in on smaller size. But if it doesn't, I'm not going to touch this thing until we get some clarity of direction. And we're struggling to pull that off at the moment. And Phantom makes a good point. This is all because Courtney bought. So we're blaming all the long pressure on you, Courtney.
Hilarious.
Thank you so much for your...
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Yeah.
I've got a break even stop loss, so no matter what happens here, it's okay.
Yeah, trading it's okay. Trading for free is better than trading at a loss for sure. I and sometimes I've that's how I like to manage my trades a lot of times, just because of the emotions behind it. Usually if I get my 1-to-1, then that lets me let the trade breathe a little bit. I don't move up to, I do tend to move up my stop if I have multiple shares, just to kind of, trade at a slight profit, hoping for a more parabolic move in the direction that I want it to be at. But yeah, as in and around that resistance point, we're pulling back off of that, and back 7 points below where we did. But like, what sucks is that move was so strong, so quickly, and then we kind of lost momentum there towards the end of that move, obviously, because we're coming the other direction. But it's really hard to be like, oh wow, like this is a high volume green candle followed by a doji red candle on the 1 minute, and then 3 more green candles. Yeah, let me go ahead and sell up here. Like that's some brave stuff. Some brave stuff. If you're looking at candlestick patterns and that's how you trade it, that makes it really hard to honor that. But I am looking to get into an A and B short, so I'm still looking at that because it is trend down, and it looks like it looks like the opportunity has now presented itself. So I'm going to place an order, but it is going to be a limit order above where we're at now because I do not want to chase this down.
That I don't blame you. I think a really great thought exercise is when you're looking at some of these charts. If you were in a position in the direction, for example, if I was long right now, would I be getting nervous seeing some of this price action, right? So the previous swing that is super important is this 17,900 level. If you're in any type of position long at this moment, obviously, since the area that we broke that really served as a catalyst towards the upside, since that's super important today, we have to pay close attention to the 17.9. If this thing gets to 17.9 and begins to find a lot of weakness, then that's a really good opportunity to cut. If it gets back to 17.9 and we start to see what we've seen many times before, where broken resistance becomes support, that could even be a position to begin adding into some strength to the upside. Again, when you look out at the big picture here, we're overextended from the perspective of that longer term chart. So if we can get some 30-minute strength close above the 17,923, we could easily see this thing return to over 18,000. So this is a super big inflection point. I'll be sitting on my hands until we figure out what's going on.
Hey guys, what I wanted to bring up is the liquidation heat map for Bitcoin, because this
is such a sexy chart, man.
This is crazy. So yeah, the way to interpret this tool from CoinGlass essentially shows where the short and long positions are. Now you can see that ever since Bitcoin broke out from above 53,000, especially, like all these bright colors, these are essentially where short positions are going to be liquidated. You can just see every time we break above, that just gives Bitcoin more juice to keep going higher and higher, and like more shorts were squeezed out here, liquidated. We go up, we kind of like tap it here. So initially it acts as resistance, and then we break above the zone, and then it just continues to go higher and higher and higher. There's some more liquidations here, and then we continue to go higher anyway. And if we zoom in on the 12-hour,
You back, Boris? I think we may have lost you. I'm not sure.
Oh, you guys lost me?
Just for a second, I didn't know if you were.
Make sure that VPN isn't on.
Like, yeah, we still see you, but I didn't know if you were. Your audio kind of cut out there.
Yeah, I think I lost you guys as well. Let me hold on. I'm gonna make sure my VPN isn't on. Do you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. So where did I leave off? Did you guys? I don't know what did you guys catch?
You had just started, so I would just go ahead and.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, essentially, this is a really cool tool from CoinGlass.com. What it shows is where liquidations are in the leveraged futures markets for Bitcoin. So you can see every time Bitcoin has gone past a certain liquidation zone for shorts, that basically initiates a move higher. Now it's taking its time to load. Hold on. So yeah, so basically all these bright colors are short liquidations, and every time Bitcoin breaks above these zones, it just gives more juice for Bitcoin to continue to go higher. Are you guys hearing me?
I hear you, and then the chart kind of like faded out a little bit.
Oh, where did Aaron go?
I think he took a call real quick.
Oh, okay. Oh, it seemed like everyone left or something. Okay. So.
Am I gone or am I?
On the...
Sorry to interrupt you, Boris. Am I still? Do you guys still have me?
Yeah, I got. Yep,
yeah, I hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And then if we zoom in on a 12-hour chart, you can see that. Yeah, actually, we just took out some shorts at the 61,000 level, and that's why we're trading
order filled
over 61,000 right now. So yeah, I just wanted to show that really quickly.
You gotta love the heat. It's looking pretty hot in the Bitcoin space right now. How many positions do you have open, Boris? I need to know.
Failed early.
I have 14.
14 open right now.
Damn it.
Yeah.
14 different positions?
Yeah. I got some
You're a
shorts.
legend,
Like some of the alts aren't. They're not really showing the same strength as Bitcoin and the animal token. So I'm short those, and then I still have that Bitcoin position.
That's so
just
crazy.
Random. Yeah, I'm in rats. I'm in the rat freaking token.
Good for you, brother.
I tried to take an ETH loan right now. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out. Basically what I'm looking at is I'll share right now. Yeah, I took a long based on the 15-minute time frame. Seeing this break above this kind of like consolidation structure.
Where's your entry?
I stopped pretty wide, like way down here.
Yeah.
I entered pretty much at this candle. So
Gotcha.
It's kind of like a clean break. The problem is when I look at the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio, like this thing is it's in a downtrend. Let me get rid of this. It's in a downtrend against Bitcoin.